Hello, welcome to the Quakes Motel. My name's Conan, I'm the concierge. In today's video, I've put together another sample pack for you. Absolutely free, or you can sling me a couple of bucks, it's entirely up to you. 16 of the best snare drums. Now, that's a bit vague, and I'll explain a little bit more. Let's jump in. So obviously picking 16 of the best snare drums, firstly, it's subjective. Secondly, it was quite difficult. I've got thousands of breaks that I've collected over the years, and even in my what I consider classic breaks folder or list, it was even difficult then to pick 16. So it's 16 of the best that I feel today. But when I say best, you know, just 16 of the ones that I really, really like. They're very, very familiar. I'm not going to tell you what the sample sources are on them because sample snitches get stitches, and my old b-boy in me just doesn't reveal samples, I'm afraid. But they're quite obvious, most of them. On a different day, I might have picked 16 different ones, but I've put them together in a sample pack for you. And what I've done is I've individually mixed each one for you as well in the MPC. So you've got the raw samples straight off vinyl, which is in the folder in the sample pack. You've then got an MPC project. Now it's in 3.6. I haven't updated to 3.7 yet. So you will be able to open it in older MPCs, 2.15, etc. I'm pretty certain. But actually, come to think of it, you won't be able to. That could be an issue. Okay, sorry, there's nothing I can do about it. So basically, you're going to have to either update or just use the raw samples. Either way, you've got the raw samples. There's 16 of what I consider the best snare drums today. Would be different tomorrow. And what I'm going to do now is I'm going to go through them, each one individually, and just quickly explain what I've done. Now, I've put channel strip on each individual snare. Quite obvious what that one is. I'm not going to say. And on each individual snare, I've added some compression and I've added some EQ. Now, what I've done is I've done them in such a way that it's going to be a snare in context. So you might, when you first hit it, think, oh, that sounds a little bit thin, or it sounds like there's not really very much low end on it. And that's because I have treated the snare drum in such a way that if you were to include it in a drum beat, it's what you would need to do in terms of maybe rolling the low end off, scooping out a little bit of mud, bringing a little bit of clarity into it. I've done a bit of compression work. Now, I've not done any gate work at all because when I actually edited the samples, I added a bit of a fade on the end. If you want to gate them anymore, that's entirely up to you. Also, if you want to add reverb, it's in one of my template projects. So the reverb is set up on the effects channel 1 as a send, and then 2 is a delay. You'll know that if you use my templates, but it's very straightforward. So if you do want to add some reverb, yeah, that's right. If you do want to add some reverb, then it's simple enough to do. So as I said, it's in a project. So each individual snare drum, we'll go through them. I got the bit. I didn't say that. That's not quite so obvious, but it's one of my favourite breaks. But if you look at the name of it, you might get it. Another one of my favourite breaks. Absolute classic. Little bit of work I've done on that one. I've rolled off some of the low end, scooped out a bit of mud. And that's pretty much the same throughout all of the snare drums. Quite obvious what that one is. Not so obvious, but again, one of my favourite breaks. Another obvious classic hip-hop snare drum. That one's not so obvious, but let me put it this way. Peter Piper picked a pepper. And that's off right at the beginning of the thing. The difficult thing for me, right from the beginning of the break, like the roll at the start, not the actual break, because the break's got some bells in it and it's difficult to isolate a snare drum. The difficult thing for me was, in each one of these breaks, there's obviously multiple snare drums. So not only did I have to pick 16 breaks that I thought had classic best of snare drums in, I then had to go through the breaks and pick which snare drum I thought was the most classic snare drum. So there might be alternative versions that you've heard where you'll think, well, that's from that break, but that doesn't sound exactly the same snare. And it'll be because I've taken a different snare. As I said, Peter Piper. Yep, okay, I remember what that one is, but I'm still not saying. If you look at the name on that one, it should give you a pretty good clue. That possibly the most famous snare drum in hip hop. Actually, there's probably two. Both of them are included on here, but that's one of them. Don't give it to a president. Another excellent snare drum. That's a very, very famous one as well. That's probably the other most famous snare drum. These two. That's, yeah, I know exactly what that one is. Again, if you look at the name, you'll guess it. Not so obvious, but if you look at the name of it, it basically says what it is. It's from a particular version, but it's still a well-known version. What you call me? And that one, again, is not so well known. It's quite a rare break to get originally, but it's on the Ultimate Breaks and Beats, which is why a lot of people have sampled it. You've got the time. I've got the time. But another famous break. So as I said, all 16 of these pretty obvious what all of them are. Now, just to give you a little bit more of an explanation, all of these are straight off the original vinyl. They have gone through two of my secret weapons, which I'm not going to tell you what they are, I'm afraid, but there's a little bit of clipping involved, so there's some oomph there. See, for instance, that snare drum, very, very famous in hip hop, but I've pushed it a little bit. If you look at the actual waveforms, you'll see that they've been clipped a little bit. But nice bit of analog clipping, and also there's a little bit of analog saturation and analog compression as well. So whilst I have done a little bit of work in the MPC, just to let you know that it has gone through converters, and it's gone through multiple converters, because it's gone through saturation and it's gone through analog compression as well. So there's some flavor added as well. But what I have done for you in the track mix, I've sent them all to the drum bus. If you know my template, well, I mean, if you download the project as well, when you download this, you'll get my template basically. But I've sent them all to the drum bus, and in the drum bus, I've added some effects. They're already in there. Also on the actual track as well, although I still call it program. The actual track, you've got Air Channel Strip, Compressor Vintage, one of my favorite compressors. I've done a video on that. Tube Drive, one of my favorite plugins in the MPC, and then Lo-Fi at the end. Now, I haven't applied anything with those at all. They're all in the initial state, but you can just add them. They're just there for you if you want to add a little bit of flavor. And obviously as well, you can change the EQ and the compression, etc., on the files yourself as well. I've just done some of the heavy lifting. If you're a bit of a newbie to mixing, or, you know, if you trust my ear, you're getting my ear on this as well in this sample pack. So the snare drum's already done for you, laid out, heavy work done. Enjoy. So there you have it. Just a quick outro just to explain. The sample pack is going to be available on Bandcamp, as is my other sample packs. It's absolutely free if you don't want to pay anything for it, but you can pay a little bit for it if you want. Now, the way that Bandcamp does sample packs is a little bit confusing. So you'll purchase it for free or for whatever. When you download it, there'll be a README in it, and in that, double click on it, there'll be a link in there which will be to my Google Drive, where you can download that sample pack. I had quite a few people last time say, oh, there's only one sound in there, where are all the other sounds? And what that basically meant was they hadn't read the README. So come on guys, get with the program. That's the way that it works. When you download it, you'll only get one sound. Go to the README, you'll see a link, download the link. In there is an MPC project. As I said, it's in 3.6 because I haven't updated to 3.7 yet, so I don't think you can open it on 2.5. I'm fairly certain you can't. I'm sorry about that, but I can't be bothered to do a 2.15 version of it. 2.5, 2.15, 2.15, isn't it? And then you have the raw snare drums in 44.116. The reason why I've done it in 44.116 is in case you want to load any of these into a legacy MPC like 2000 XL, 2000, 3000, 2500, etc., because they only accept 44.1 16-bit. So that's why I've done it. They're also all stereo, but they're stereo files, but they were all recorded in mono. So they're basically, when I've edited them in SoundForge, I bounce them as a stereo file, but they are actually a mono file. So it'll look stereo, but it'll be equal on each side. So it's basically a stereo mono file. You understand what I mean. So thanks for watching. This is The Craig's Motel. My name's Conan. I am the concierge. Until next time.
Concierge.